What's up, folks? Welcome back to Pub GPS. I'm your host, Brian Emmerich. Today, I'm giving the old whiteboard a break and I'm just telling you a story. My theme for today is to stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize is another way to say it. Now, I share this story without any embellishment and also knowing that it will make the beginning of my career in starting this business look not even close to glamorous. There was nothing glamorous about it. Everyone has their own story, but here's one of my all time favorites. So let's set the stage. I'm 22 years old, and I look 22 years old. At the time, in this financial office where I worked, you had to wear a suit and a tie. So I had my charcoal, second-hand Joseph Banks suit with my favorite power red tie on that day. I was driving a sweet 1990 Toyota Camry, who I lovingly referred to as Gandalf the Grey, and I was going about 45 minutes away to meet with a prospective client that maybe had some money to invest. Now remember, 22 years old, trying to learn the business, hungry to make this story that you've been fed about being your own boss come to fruition. Now, I was accustomed to going to people's houses back in the day, and I was also accustomed to parking far enough away so that nobody could see my car. And then I could get out and look professional and not worry about that image. But on this day, I'm pulling up to the house. It's a dead end of the street, and I just see this huge lawn with kind of a patch of concrete off to the side. And I'm wondering, this can't be it. Is this the address? So as I pull into this little slab, I see this house that just looks absolutely dilapidated. And on the front step is this guy in a mustard-stained wife beater undershirt eating spaghetti out of a can, and he's just got this big smile missing those front teeth. Now, I think most people with common sense would have just pulled into that spot, backed up, and left. But remember, I'm hungry. I'm hungry to help. So I get out of the car, I walk up, I introduce myself. There's cats running every which direction. I take one step into the house, and there's a circle of cats, and they're just batting a mouse, like back and forth, a live mouse. So I walk over the little hacky sack mouse session, and we go into the living room. Now, keep in mind, I thought I was in an episode of Dexter. I thought I was entering his kill room and that this was the end of me. There was plastic on the floors, plastic on the walls, and I had that flight or fight response and apparently didn't listen to it. So I leaned back and kind of sat on one of the sawhorses and heard how the house was under construction and tried to help this nice person, nice enough to figure out what to do with this money, if they should keep it in a CD or maybe invest it in some of the mutual funds. And I did my best to take and scribble notes, and then I sure as heck got the hell out of there as fast as I could. It was ridiculous. I ran back to the car, I sat there, I started, thankfully, and I thought to myself, what the hell am I doing here? I just went to school for 4 years, and I barely escaped with my life trying to get out of that house. What kept me grounded and helped keep me focused was this idea of what's to come. And if I could pay my dues and get through this mist of confusion and hard work, that at the other end there would be something worth waiting for, worth working towards. And thankfully, 15 years later, there is. And right now, as we're in the midst of all this confusion and all of this chaos, it's important that you latch your eyes and keep your sights on what's beyond this, to keep a healthy mindset, to help prepare for what's to come, and also so that maybe you have a halfway decent story to share as a result of the kind of trials and tribulations. That's it for this week. Thanks for joining us.